can't believe I've gone all day and not one good idea for a video. I mean, I've been racking my brain. There is nothing left up here. I mean, people seem to be liking the cell phone videos. I mean, you could make some pretty awesome videos with just your cell phone. What other kind of video could I make? What if I showed people Perry's old video, sent them over there, and then showed them like my take on it, how I did it? I mean, yeah, the Perry's video is a few years old, but I think I can find it on DJTV's site. And the technique's easy enough. I mean, you can create beautiful moonlight with just a couple of key little pieces. I mean, I don't even have the same amount of kit he had, but I bet you I could do it. Oh, hey. Shadows. Shadow puppet. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum. Hello everybody, Mike here with CMR. Today we're gonna cover my favorite little nighttime lighting trick. I call it moonlighting. Yeah. So I fully admit I learned this trick from someone else. That someone would be Perry Jenkins from DJTV. Well, at the time he was with DJTV. Digital Juice, if you haven't heard of them, makes a lot of stock video and audio clips, motion graphics, a whole bunch of really neat stuff. But they also used to have a line of shows that would be how-tos and neat things. Perry's show was production notes. So I will link over, probably in the description, I will give you a link to this corresponding video that he did, and I will now show you how I did my version. It's a little different, not quite the same, but similar in many ways. So essentially what you need to really sell this effect is a cookie. A cookie can generally be anything. It could be a sheet of plywood, it could be a sheet of paper, and in my case it's a sheet of foam core. A black foam core that I've cut out specifically with a kind of window blind pattern. To sell the effect, what we do is we blew our camera up a little bit. Not with explosives, intentionally setting the color temperature down a little bit. In my case, I just went with a tungsten color balance and then used daylight balanced LEDs anyway. So I have this little LED that I used for just blowing out a very relatively hard light and just shooting it right through the cookie. You want a fairly hard light for this because if you have a soft light, the lines between the shadow will all fill in very quickly. So essentially, cookie, LED, and just shine right on through. Now I have essentially my scene put together. Finish it off with a little bit of audio effects, some crickets chirping or something. And it becomes much more believably night, even though this was shot at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, give or take. The other thing that I kind of used to really get the effect going is I used one of my soft boxes and I just pointed it at the ceiling up and away. Essentially what this let me do is turn the ceiling into a giant softbox and use that light to just fill in the shadows. Otherwise, the scene was very, very high contrast, which could have its uses, but I wanted a little bit of fill in there. And one could debate whether I put enough fill in or not, but of course, the more fill you have, the brighter your shafts of light have to be, otherwise you lose the effect entirely. So, let's recap, shall we? So we're just gonna put the camera set up here. Good, good. Put the chair in, light, gobo. Move that around, softbox there, microphone. Get everything tuned up right, and we're good. So that's how you do this effect with a cookie. Some hard light, and you can shine shafts of shapes and patterns wherever you see fit. Definitely check out Perry's video that I linked you to. He goes far more in depth, and he actually is highly entertaining. And just remember, this scene, I used window blinds for nighttime. That same window blind cookie pattern can very easily make it feel like it's morning. Or you can make it feel kind of like prison bars, light shining through prison bar. Really, once you get the idea that you can put patterns of light and shadow behind somebody, you can essentially break up an otherwise boring scene that might just have, a flat, solid color behind them. And bonus, you don't have to paint the background. You paint with light. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, that's a wrap.